What's up, everyone? It's Caddy with Money Vesting. So thank you so much for joining in. Happy to have you on board. Happy Monday. We got another week on our hands, and it's jobs week, right? So jobs report is going to be coming out this Friday. So I hope you all are doing great. If you guys can see me, if you guys can hear me, just give me a thumbs up, and we should be all set. We got the Dow Jones that's up over 10 basis points pre-market right now. We got the S&P 500 also up over 15 basis points, and the Nasdaq continuing on that brutal rally from Friday. It's up another 15 basis points right now as well. So strong moves on Friday, and we are seeing a little bit of a continuation of that as well. So we'll see how we kind of shape up moving forward at the end of this day, and we'll see where we end up, right? So the VIX is slightly up as well, just about 49 basis points. And we've got the Bitcoin price is also coming back, right? So Bitcoin is down a little bit over 2.4%, with Ethereum also pulling back down just about 1.9, almost 2%, trading under $3,200 as well. The only thing that kind of scares me that I've addressed in my previous videos about cryptos right now is a negative divergence. Just a significant amount of bearish divergence here for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's something to take note of, and of course just to be mindful of that. So green or red day, in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback today, only because of how much we've already gone up. And if you just take a look at the Nasdaq here, it's just, it's just charging higher. It just continues to push higher. So any update on the stock analysis you posted on Trade Ideas channel on 8/4? Yeah, so I posted. I think I responded to you on Discord. So I think I put updates on Upwork, Pinterest, SoFi. And all those I actually put out updates on in the Discord. So if you want to check those, you're more than welcome to. And I also put out a video yesterday. I went over Pinterest and Upwork as well. So you're more than welcome to watch that video as well. Ronaldo is red. Yes, he is. That was very, very exciting. It was a great news for Ronaldo, and of course for United fans as well. So I'm very, very excited for that. So I just couldn't see myself for him to go to City. That was just too much. Could never see that actually play out. So it's good that he chose, the club that he came from. But nonetheless, we got a lot of stocks that are making moves. Support is up over 35% pre-market. On the 4-hour chart, you'll notice that Friday was actually absolutely a brutal day. Like, so much volatility for this company because, from pre-market we rallied over 110%, then we basically dropped over 56%. And right now we're back up over 35%. So a lot of back and forth and a lot of volatility for this company on Friday as well. And right now, of course, we're back up. This right here is going to be the high short interest stocks. So you'll notice that some of the stocks here are Workhorse, Archimoto, Blink Charging, and Support.com is the number 4. Ticker symbol SPRT. 33% short interest right now, with currently a very, very small float at just over 17.4 million. So 33% of that, 10% is going to be 1.7 million. Then you have times 3.4. That's roughly about over 5 million shares that are currently being shorted for this stock right now on a 17 million share float. That's very, very small. So 33% is a really high short interest for a really small float company. So short squeezes for these types of stocks is really high, because you've got a supply at one point that's really small, and then you got a high short interest. You combine that, that's what leads to a really high volatility and squeezes for these companies. Whereas Workhorse right now, you'll notice that even though it's at 35.8%, it hasn't really been squeezed yet, right? So we're trading back over $9.50, and pre-market we're up another 2%, but it has been selling off recently from the beginning. So of course there are some other stocks as well on here. We got Workhorse, Archimoto, some of those companies that are also on this list. And if you go down, Smile Direct is on this list as well, and Ocugen, MicroStrategy. So yeah, wild moves here. And then we also got ASTR, Astra Space, which was mentioned in our Discord today as well. Down about 22% pre-market after a test launch, not going according to the plan. So let's take a quick look here. So ASTR. So right here, so Astra Space rocket fails to reach orbit during test launch. And basically what happened was that according to the company, one engine shut down about a second after liftoff. The rocket managed to recover and launch, reaching an altitude of approximately 50 kilometers before shutting down after approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the flight. Astra said that it is conducting a mishap investigation in close coordination to see what really went wrong during the test launch. And they really mentioned that we were unable to accomplish the mission objectives for the US Space Force. However, we captured a tremendous amount of data from this test flight as well. So that is perhaps one of the reasons why we could be, down substantially pre-market at the moment. All right, so let's take a look at some of the stocks that you guys are talking about. So Crocs, the one involving Crocs. I don't think I had a trade idea on Crocs, Arjo. So yeah, just let me know what you're referring to, and I'm more than happy to kind of go over that. Is the internet choppy? Is it working okay? Can you guys see me and hear me without any issues? Hopefully it's not working. Yeah, I think the connection is good on my end. But yeah, just let me know if you guys can see me, hear me, and just whatever stocks you guys gonna go over. Right now it's okay. All right, it's good. All right, perfect. No issues. Great. Sounds good. Everything is fine. 8/4/2021. Let me see if I can find that. Oh. So those weren't actual trade ideas. Those were some tickers that I mentioned to keep on your watch list, because we didn't really establish a plan for those yet. I didn't really attach any patterns. I basically mentioned, what did I mention? I think I just mentioned that these are on a strong uptrend to keep in mind for those companies. But I can go over Crocs here very quickly. So let's just talk about Crocs. No beeps. Yep, that's good. It's been on a strong uptrend, right? Crocs in general has been on an uptrend. Steve, I know you hate this company. Before I even said it, you were like, please don't. Yeah, so I'm just going over because somebody asked for it. So very quickly, I'm gonna go over that stock. So it's been on a strong uptrend, right? It's just been validating that 50 exponential moving average. So if we do come down to 129, so that right there is gonna be the support level to watch for this company, right? For Crocs. So that right there would be the level to watch, and then we're gonna move on now to something else. All right, let's take a look at ChargePoint. So ChargePoint, unfortunately, has been selling off. Right now, it is up a little bit over 1.4%, but you'll notice that previously it's kind of validated this support. So inside this green rectangle, anything that you see is going to be a very strong support level for this company, right? So previous support, triple bottom here, so to speak, for ChargePoint. Every time we have tested this level, we have basically rallied higher. So 60, 70%, we have pushed up. So this right here, the last time we rallied over 88%. And right now, you'll notice that we are coming back down to potentially that $19 level. So that right there is going to be the support level and an area of demand to watch for ChargePoint, and $22 is going to be a near-term resistance to keep in mind for this company as well. It is trading in a downtrending channel, meaning that we are seeing a lot of lower highs and lower lows. So earlier you'll notice that we saw this sell-off, then this right here was a bear flag, and then a breakdown even further, right? So if I were to identify this bear flag here, you'll notice that we were selling off, bear flag, and then break down even further. So $19, $19.40, anything around this green rectangle is going to be an area of demand and a support level to watch for ChargePoint. Of course, the earnings are coming up. I think they're reporting this week. So yeah, they're reporting this week, I think Wednesday or Thursday. And then we also got to break out over the moving averages to kind of regain control and start pushing higher as well. So let's take a look at Nordstrom, right? JWN. So this is a stock that is testing some type of a support. So we basically identified two support levels after the poor earnings that the company reported. We saw significant selling pressure here. We were down over 17%. The following day, well, this right here was the first support level at close to $30 a share. The following day, we broke down over 8% as well. And the next support was at close to $20.50. So previous support here getting validated. And right now, we are just bouncing off of that level. So this right here could be a first sign of some type of recovery, right? The RSI has come down drastically. The MACD has been selling off as well. So I would watch that support level, but I would allow this to basically consolidate a little bit, stabilize a little bit before pushing higher as well, right? So 28.50 is going to be the first support level, and $30 is going to be that next resistance level to watch here for the company moving forward. So AFRM, so this stock is also up pre-market quite a bit, right? So it's up over 41% after their deal confirmed with Amazon. So this right here is a catalyst that already came out on the 27th, right? So you'll notice right here that Affirm Amazon partnered to enable pay over time feature. So, and this actually came out on August 28th. What is it today? So today is the 30th. So I don't think this news came out on the weekend because it felt like it already got priced in on Friday, right? Friday after the markets closed. Because this right here, if you take a look at this candle, majority of the move happened here. So 43% jump was at 4 p.m. on August 27th. So I think the company already announced this, right? They already announced that this right here is, they are going to be partnering with Amazon. And in our Discord, we actually, I did put out an update analysis on this. And intraday, I basically mentioned that there is going to be a resistance at $103 and a support at $85. So those red line and white, green line you guys see on the chart, that's going to be the range within which I expect Affirm to basically trade for the short term right now, at least during the day and going into the next couple of days, until of course eventually we see either a breakdown or a breakout or breakdown for this as well. So that right there is going to be a tight range within which we can watch Affirm right now. So $103 right there as a resistance, and and about an $85 support here for the stock. All right, so let's take a look at Exxon Mobil, so XOM. So Exxon Mobil is slightly up pre-market because energy prices may be higher. Let's take a quick look. I just want to make sure that I think energy prices were up slightly. So we got UK oil, that is going to be Brent, just back over $72. So oil recently has seen a little bit of a rally here because we were selling off, making lower highs and lower lows, and coming in from $64, oil prices have jumped over 14% for Brent, and crude is also up from lows of $61. It's up another 12.5%, right? So that's a reason why Exxon and Chevron have also basically pushed higher as well. So Exxon Mobil, the next sort of resistance to watch is going to be that 50 EMA. So that yellow line you guys see on the chart, we've just been getting rejected a couple times here, and support of course is going to be aligned with that 200 simple moving average for Exxon Mobil as well. So charge point we already went over, Ali, so you can just go back like 5 minutes and we went over charge point. Walgreens, I can take a quick look. So Walgreens slightly up over 43 basis points. Again, this is more of a value / dividend play for me. So I'm going to continue to kind of establish a bigger position. I do believe there's a lot of upside for this company, considering a 4% yield and a lot of capital appreciation as well. So, just watching those support levels, 46 all the way was $39. Those are going to be some couple levels that I'm just going to add more shares at. But in terms of resistance, we need to have a successful breakout over that 50 EMA. So right now you'll notice that for the last few days, we've just been getting rejected at that 50 exponential moving average, so the yellow line. And if you can get that successful breakout, then of course I wouldn't be surprised to see a 10% move to this lower high. So that's going to be red line sitting roughly at $54 a share. So yes, so they're also reporting their earnings, I believe. I think they're reporting their earnings this September. I forgot what it was. I think it was like in the middle of September, like September 14th or 15th. Let me see. So actually September 29th. So later this month, they were going to be reporting their earnings. But this right here, strong breakout from this ascending triangle. So this right here, horizontal highs and ascending support here, and then a strong breakout on a decent volume as well for the company. All right, let's just switch over to our indexes, and then we'll go over some of the questions. We'll go over some of the individual stocks as well that you guys are asking for, and we'll see how the markets do. Like quick poll, markets today. So we have 348 people watching, so I'm just going to do a quick poll here. Markets today. Last time I did markets today, yes or no? All right, let's see what we have in the polls. All right, we're going to switch over to the 5-minute charts here, then open up our 4 charts. So, all right, AMD, I think NVIDIA was much higher, right? NVIDIA was higher up to like, $200 and something. And we got AMD also breaking out almost 2% on the day. That's a strong move to the upside. By the way, NFL is also starting this week, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, we got DraftKings that should also be doing well this week. We'll see how it kind of trades. But NEO pretty much flat on the day so far. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla is slightly up over 1%, so that's good so far. We'll see what happens in the next 15 minutes. Palantir had a really strong day on Friday. It was up over 3%, just over $25. Today we're right now just about flat. And AMD, of course, also pushing higher, up over 1.6%. Crypto is down, yes. So Christopher, crypto is pulling back, and I'm really worried about the negative divergence here for some reason, because this is the second time we're seeing this play out, similar to what we saw in the past as well. So I am a little cautious here, just because of the bearish divergence we're seeing for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, I mean, if Bitcoin is down, Mara, of course, would be down as well. 38.75 is the level I'm watching on Mara. So this right here is going to be the support level to watch on this stock on the day at $38.75. So that right there, we'll see if we actually hold up above that level, actually close above that level, or if we do end up selling off even further. But we're so optimistic, bullish, that these aren't realistic. That's true. Right now, let's take a look. So we got about 76%. Oh, Intel is pushing higher. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Intel's up over 1.4%, so that's good. That's good. It's part of our value / dividend stock that we talked about. Etsy, flat so far. 210 is going to be the next level to watch for Etsy. And let's see here. Just give me 1 second. All right, gotta do this real quick. Actually, I'll do it later. Take Two Interactive. Let's take a look here. So still pulling back, down about 1%. 151 is going to be that next support level to watch for Take Two Interactive. Tesla's at 720. Let's see. So yeah, 721. We're up over 1% here. You should recognize Tesla Pump Party. So there we go. We're starting to push higher even further. 750 is going to be that next resistance level to watch for Tesla. Let's see if we can actually break out to those highs. Look at AMD. Look at the broader markets here. Just overall markets continuing to rally here. This is just phenomenal. I mean, we are just not stopping. I mean, the Nasdaq is up 40 basis points today. Wow. Just wow. I mean, that is just, and look at the Dow. Dow's been selling off, right? AMD is up over 2%. We got Palantir, $26 on the dot. Tesla at 722. Unfortunately, NEO is the only one that's slightly down. Palantir just broke past $26 right now. And look at Amazon. Amazon also is pushing higher, right? It's up to almost 3,400. 212, wow, jumped very, very quickly, right? Pushed up just 1% very quickly. Let's take a look at Amazon. So Amazon, before the markets open, I mentioned that 50 EMA is going to be that next resistance at close to 33.82. So I wouldn't be surprised for us to see a retest and a tag at that level, at that 50 EMA, because if you were to notice this, very quick resistance on Amazon in the past as well. Like more recently, we just got up to this level and then we got rejected, right? So there is going to be some resistance here for Amazon. So 33.82 is going to be the level to watch. Alibaba is pretty much flat on the day, so 159.46. So yeah, so really, very, very still down pretty much from its all-time highs. But anything here that you guys see in this green rectangle, so inside this green rectangle, so to speak, is going to be I feel like there's going to be a lot of demand, because we've already seen, look at the volume, right? Look at how much volume kicked in at around this, inside this green rectangle. This is exactly why I strongly believe that BABA is going to hold up above 148. This right here is going to be a strong support level, because we had Cathy Wood jump back in around these levels. And I believe there's a lot of investors, a lot of hedge funds, money managers basically adding on Alibaba around these levels. So this is kind of like very, very attractive levels. It's about as low as I personally believe that Alibaba could see, unless of course the regulators come out and they do something else with Alibaba to drop it even more. But 148 inside this green rectangle, I expect a lot of demand for the company. So Tesla 723, Palantir 2650 here. Look at these candles. And AMD also at 114 once again. And let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia has to hit 232. That's the target I have on Nvidia stock. Look at that, 230 right now. It's up over 1.78%. So Nvidia, we will see if it gets to 232. That's the target I have. That's the higher high inside this uptrending channel for the stock as well. This is a strong breakout. I mean, Nvidia almost at $600 billion market cap. Oof, that is just, oh my God. Like, wow. All right, so Amazon 3380. We're right at 3380, 3382 as I've mentioned, the 50 EMA. We just got to make sure that we actually break out over that resistance. So that right there is going to be the level to watch. So NASDAQ still up over 40 basis points here. So, and we got S&P 500 also up over 16. And we got the Dow Jones also pretty much flat so far. Yeah, but Palantir and AMD really on those significant rallies on the day so far. All right, let's take a quick look at the markets and see what's trading. Astra down 20%, trading just over $9.25. We covered that earlier. Mara is down over 3.5%, still hovering around 38.70, 38.80 levels. So that 38.75 is going to be that next support level to watch. So Take-Two Interactive is also down over 1.8%. So 151 is going to be that next support level to watch for the company. Then we got Clover Health, Plug Power. NEO is down about 1%, just under $38, so $37.65. Let's take a quick look. So yeah, just NEO is selling off pre-market as soon as the market's open. This is usually like a pattern that happens like almost all the time, right? As soon as the market opens, we see a lot of selling pressure kick in for NEO. All right, moving down the list. Let's take a quick look on the Chinese stocks here. So most of them are red, with some of the educational companies kind of pushing higher. So we got TAL, EDU, and GOTU up over 4 to 1%. But everything else is down, right? XPeng, Li Auto, we got JD.com, Alibaba, Didi, and NetEase. They're all pulling back and they're all down, unfortunately. All right, so Amazon 3380 is the high of day. Let's take a quick look at PayPal. So PayPal now starting to break out over 280. That's good. So this right here is going to start acting as a new support level to watch for PayPal stock. So once we get that breakout over that 50 EMA, if we can see that volume and kind of continuation, then the next resistance to watch is at 310 for PayPal. Let's take a look at Fiverr. Fiverr 180 once again. It's like the high for the day, $180. Just so much resistance at that level. Right, so this right here is going to be that area of supply and area of resistance to watch for Fiverr. But in my opinion, I strongly believe if we can get a strong breakout from this level, considering how much supply is sitting at that level, I think we could see like a very similar to Upstart scenario where once it breaks through, it really breaks through, right? And then the next level to watch is going to be closer to 200, 198 at that 50 EMA, and then even higher. Moving forward. But 180, it's just, time and time again, it's like the last 4 days we've just gotten tagged at 180, but it's just failed to break out of that level. So yes sir, not quite yet. Waiting for 150 on Take-Two Interactive, so it's slightly down about 1.7%. But 151, that's the next support I'm watching. Previous support, kind of like a double bottom here for Take-Two Interactive, so that right there is going to be the level to watch for me. So still in a downtrend. So again, you have to understand that there is going to be weakness in the short term because it's trading below the moving averages. We're below the 50 EMA, we're below the 200 SMA. We're also trading in this lower high pattern. So there is a lot of weakness for the stock right now. So that 151 is going to be that next support level to watch. Let's take a look at Palantir. So 25.75, we're getting that breakout here. Strong breakout on the day so far. It's up over 3.4%. 27.45 is going to be that next target for Palantir. So that is going to be that next resistance and that next target to watch for Palantir. But yeah, strong breakout on the day today. So 25.75 was a resistance. We were just getting rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and then boom. I'd say volume is decent. It's not the best, but I'd say it's decent, right? 7 million shares so far, and just 10 minutes in, I'd say that's good. Tesla at 725. Look at that, up almost 2%. Love my baby Palantir. Thoughts on FUTU? FUTU. Let's take a quick look. So Futu has been back and forth quite a bit. And you'll notice that we did see a little bit of a rally because Alibaba, JD, and all those companies basically rallied back up. And now we're seeing the move kind of fade away once again because of the downtrending pattern, because of the breakdown from $99. So this right here was a previous resistance, a previous support now acting as a resistance. So the next support level to watch is unfortunately going to be all the way down here close to 80 bucks. Actually, it's going to be a little bit higher. So it's going to be around this level at close to 84.50. Previous support that we validated. So that would be the next level to watch here for FUTU. All right, so let's take a look at Palantir to retest 2360. So Palantir, I don't think. Let's see, 2360. You know, we're just seeing a breakout here, so it really depends on the volume. If the volume kicks in, and this right here is going to be the new support. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this level into new support on the day. So it's important for us to watch this level to see if Palantir closes above 2575, right? Usually what happens is, and we've seen this time and time again, when we see a breakout, we need the stock to come back down to retest that old resistance as support before making that next leg up higher, right? Before making that next move to the upside. So AMD, again, still up over 1.7%. Google, I swear to God, this stock, over 2,900. This thing is just never going to come down. This thing is just never going to come down. I feel like it's just been pushing higher. It's just a really, really strong uptrend here. So Mike, thank you so much for joining in. I really, really appreciate your support here. Let's take a look at AEI. So Alsed Homes, eHomes. Looks like we did some analysis on this in the past. So resistance 620, this right here is going to be the new resistance level to watch for the company at close to 337. Looks like we gapped down significantly on some event when it was down over 35%. So support level in the meantime, right now in the short term right here is going to be at close to $1.65. And looks like the RSI is pushing higher. The MACD is still below zero, so there's not enough momentum to the upside yet. So, you know, $1.65, I would watch that support. And then, of course, we got a huge gap over here that we need to fill for this company. And we got the 50 exponential moving average sitting aligned with the previous support as well. So if we do see some upside here of 65%, 337 is going to be that next resistance level, but our $1.65 is going to be a support level. So that right there is going to be the range for this company. But looks like the volume, the market cap, very, very small market cap, 80 million. So it's not something that I would personally be trading or buying right now. So again, micro cap stock trading at $2. So 165 support, 337 resistance here. Let's take a look at CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike also, you know, making the all-time highs here at 288.46. Couple breakouts here. It's a 250 breakout, 270 breakout, and it's just been pushing higher on heavy volume, right? I forgot what the catalyst was for this. I remember seeing a catalyst on a breakout here when it jumped over 8%. So that was around August 24th. So, or yeah, so it was joining the Nasdaq 100. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so I mean, right now there isn't any resistance, only because we're basically trading at new all-time highs, right? So when we're trading at new all-time highs, I like to call what's happening like price discovery, meaning that buyers and sellers are going to really determine where that next resistance is going to be. But in terms of support, 270 is going to be the first level to watch, all the way as low as $250. As much as I love CrowdStrike, you know, I really like the company and what they're doing. I know that cybersecurity is going to be huge in the future. It's just the valuation. I can't really justify buying at these levels because it's trading at a ridiculous price to sales relative to the market cap and everything else, right? It trades at 62 times sales. That is just incredibly high at the moment, right? So that, in my opinion, is rich in terms of the valuation. I was also looking at the so NEO's down over 2%. Okay, let's take a look. So there we go, breaking down to $37. $34 is going to be that next support level to watch for NEO, right? So if we went over the downtrending channel here, and if we do see that selling pressure, which we are seeing right now, that $34 is going to be that next support level. So we just have to be prepared to see that, right? We just have to be prepared to basically see that level for NEO. And that's going to be a pullback from current levels. A little bit over 7%. Well, actually a little bit more. So from current levels, it's going to be a drop of just over 8%, right? $34. That's the level that I'm prepared to actually see for NEO, just because we're in this downtrending channel, right? And making lower highs and lower lows. So 38.50 still getting rejected, high for the day 38.28, and we're just seeing that selling pressure kick in. So all right, where were we? So what stock I was talking about earlier? Fiverr, let's take a quick look. Yes, we'll take a look at AMC in just a second. So Fiverr, yeah, it's up 1%, $180 is the next resistance. So we're just watching that level very quick, closely. Upward, we're down a little bit over 1.85%. So 200 SMA, 50 EMA, those moving averages, very important to watch. $40 is still the support level to watch for this company. Pinterest is slightly down over 2.7% as well. So $54 is going to be that next support level to also keep in mind for this company as well. All right, let's take a look at thoughts on Amazon. We already went over. Let's just take a look at AMC and how that's doing. So AMC is up over 3.65%. Looks like we're bouncing off that $40 level. So $40, this right here is going to be that support level to watch for AMC. And again, we're just trading inside that supply zone, right? We're just trading inside this area of rejection right now. So we'll see if AMC continues to hold above that level, or if we end up kind of breaking down even further like we have in the past. So $40, very important support level to watch for AMC stock. Let's take a look at Apple here. So 150, wow, so we're starting to break out even further here. So $150 was the level. So all right, let's see what's actually up. So we got Tesla, AMD, Fiverr, Apple, Nvidia, AMC, GME also slightly up, Palantir, Amazon, Google, Vertex is up a little bit, back over 200. And Shopify and Visa. Interesting day. Then we got Tattooed Chef, Upstart, we got Take-Two Interactive, we got Peloton, Fubo TV, we got Corsair, Neo, Roblox, we got Mara, and then of course Astra Space. So a lot of kind of like those smaller cap, mid cap stocks that are down. Large cap is still relatively doing well, but Nasdaq did turn down a little bit from all-time highs of 15,200, and we're trading back down. All right, we already went over Affirm. Any thoughts on Dat Chat, DATS? That's a new stock. I haven't heard of this company. Wow, interesting. So recently IPO'd August 13th. Doesn't seem to have any fundamentals here. So let's see. Yeah, nothing, no fundamentals from TradingView. That doesn't mean that it doesn't have any, but let's see, what does the company do? So communication software company, its product, Dat Chat Messenger Private Social Network, is a mobile application that gives users the ability to communicate with privacy and protection. Interesting. Where is this company based out of? Brunswick, New Jersey. Okay, so it's a US company. Its application also integrates with iMessage, making private messages potentially available to hundreds of millions of users. Okay. It doesn't have any sort of fundamentals, so I can't really put anything on this based on any analysis. There's no market cap either. So definitely I'll put this on my watch list because it just does seem like it has, or it could have potential. So I'll keep a close eye. But yeah, strong rally from $3, 167% gain here. So not really much for us to go over other than just a strong uptrend here for this stock. All right, let's take a look at. Let's see, what stock do you think it's a good buy right now? I mean, there's, I put out videos on. I put out video on yesterday, like 11 stocks to watch in September. So I think that one pretty much covers a lot of the stocks that I'm watching for swing trades, value, and growth as well. So I think that would be a good place to start in terms of what I'm watching in the markets right now. So the markets are starting to turn a little bit, right? So we got the Nasdaq pulling back, the Dow turning red, and the S&P is pretty much slightly up over 18 basis points. But we are pulling back. Li Auto, let's take a quick look on the earnings. So Dead Hunter, thank you so much for mentioning that. Li Auto is down over 4.7%. So all right, so Li Auto posts narrower Q2 loss, higher revenue, beats estimates, shares rise. So Li Auto on Monday reported non-GAAP loss of about 1 cent per share. This was a little bit lower than about $1.20, well, 125 renminbi per ADS. 3 analysts polled were expecting 0.02, so a little bit missed on expectations. Revenue totaled 1.04 billion, up from 1.95 billion. The average estimate was 4.6 billion, so we got a revenue beat but an EPS miss for the company. And the Chinese automaker said that it delivered 17,575 vehicles in Q2, up 166%. And moving forward, Lee said it expects revenue of just under 7 billion to 7.25 in Q3, and it also expects to deliver 25,000 to 26,000 vehicles in the September quarter. So that's about a little bit higher than NIO's estimate. So NIO's expectations are 23 to 25,000, and Li Auto's basically told us 25 to 26,000, so a little bit higher on the guidance. And analysts were expecting Q3 revenues of 4.96 billion. They guided us for 6.98 to 7.28. So overall, strong earnings. We got a revenue beat, we got a future revenue guidance beat, we got strong delivery guidance, and we got an EPS miss for the company at the moment. So the next support to watch for Li Auto is going to be at close to 2720 levels. That right there is going to be the next level and an area of support to watch. So Daco goes, yes, so United signed Ronaldo, so that's incredible news. Great news for all United fans. Let's take a look at Fiverr is at 181.70, huh? So there we go, we're pushing higher here. So let's see if we actually continue to build on that momentum. The only problem is the volume is quite low on the stock right now, right? So the volume is still low, or it has been low, right? It's been under 1 million shares. I mean, on Friday it was 653,000. That's like 50% of the total average Sunday volume, right? It's really low in my opinion. For any breakout that we see, we need the volume to kick in. If there's no volume, there's a high chance that the pattern will fade away, right? With Upstart, just take a look at this. Right, we went over this in our previous live stream. You'll notice that the volume just spiked, right? What a spike in volume. It was just like trading in lower volume, lower volume, lower volume, and then as soon as that breakout happened, and that gap up, huge spike, and then we started declining in volume again. So volume is very important for any breakout that we're going to potentially see, right? Same with AMD. Look at the volume spike here, all the way to the down. Huge spike in volume, and we saw a huge run up to the upside. I think NVIDIA had the same thing. So as soon as we saw that breakout here, the last 3 to 4 days, just been pushing higher, 21%, the volume spiked here, right? So volume, very important. So is Roblox down to the Chinese restriction announced today on gaming? I'm not quite sure. Let's take a quick look on Roblox. So breaking down below that 50 exponential moving average as well. Let's see if you can find anything here. So nothing really. They did announce their earnings on August 17th. I think we broke this down earlier. But yeah, I don't see any catalyst on Roblox. But the next support level to watch, we're starting to see a breakdown here below $81. The next support to watch is going to be at close to $72 on Roblox. And if you end up closing below this, then of course this will turn into a resistance for this company moving forward. Let's take a look at DraftKings. So DraftKings pretty much down about 1%. Just consolidating, so that's good. Pretty much trading sideways at the moment. Resistance near term seems to be at around $60 or so. So we're just getting rejected intraday, all the way as $65. So that right there is going to be that next resistance level to watch for DraftKings, right? Support sits at $55.50. So just a really wide range of consolidation here for DraftKings. We did see a couple days of green and a breakout here, but now we're just like trading sideways. But $65 is still going to be that short-term target to watch for DraftKings. All right, so let's take a look at the broader markets here. Nasdaq's still doing a great job, kind of hovering over 15,197, close to 15,200 here. We got the S&P now starting to rally. Let's take a quick look on some of the banking stocks here. Financials. So, all right. All red for the most part, except for Square and PayPal. So, some of the fintech companies pushing higher. PayPal is now up for 1.8%. So, strong breakout here on PayPal as well, at close to $280. So, this right here was the resistance that we were talking about for a long time. It had a very tight range. And then we're seeing that breakout over that 50 EMA. Today we're probably going to end up, well, no, I take it back. I thought this right here was the volume bar. It's actually this one. So the volume is still relatively low for PayPal as well. All right, let's take a look at some of the SPY holdings. So we got Wells Fargo, Carnival Cruise, Norwegian, American Airlines, Bank of America, JP Morgan, all the recovery and banking stocks down anywhere between 1 and 2%, as high as 3%. And the greens remain like some of the big tech companies, right? Big tech, including Twitter, you got Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, AMD, Microsoft, Apple, Square, PayPal, Fiverr. They're all in the green. So big tech, technology, that sector is just continuing to rally here. Although Tesla is now starting to pull back a little bit. 717. So what is happening with the NEO? Well, it's I guess it's the pressure for a lot of Chinese stocks, right? Look at this. Everything. JD.com is down 2%. Alibaba is down pretty much flat so far. But NEO is down. Li Auto is down. JD, we got Tencent down over 2.78%. XPeng, Baidu is down. So this has been happening for well over a couple months now, right? It's just been continuing to sell off. And there's a lot of great deals, but you just have to understand that there is going to be volatility. There is risk with these companies in general. Right, so if you're okay with that risk, then these stocks are for you. If you're not okay with that volatility that we're going to see day to day, and days like today, then there may be opportunities elsewhere in the markets. All right, how's Paysafe and SoFi? Let's take a look at Paysafe here. So Paysafe has just been selling off quite a bit. Trading below the moving averages, the 50 EMA as well. So next support to watch is going to be at $8. So again, we're just kind of hovering around that support level. 50 EMA aligned with this previous support will be the next resistance at close to $10. So right there is going to be that next level to watch, close to $8. And support is going to be all the way down here at close to $8 a share. So Connor Take-Two we already covered. They're going to be reporting their earnings in September. 151 is going to be that next support level to watch for Take-Two Interactive. SoFi we've also covered. ChargePoint we've also covered in the past. Let's take a look at Chewy. So Chewy still staying up there. 50 EMA and $87.86 is going to be the next support here. Let's see the RSI and the MACD. So the volume has just been declining quite a bit, right? This entire move higher has been on low volume for Chewy. So I feel like it's got a nice uptrend. So it's definitely making some higher highs and higher lows. That's for sure. So this right here has been a strong uptrend for the company, but it's been on a very, very low volume, right? So the volume's just been declining every single day. So a strong support level to watch for Chewy is going to be around these levels, close to $86, $87. That intersection between that higher low and this horizontal support and the moving averages all at the same time, in my opinion, is going to be that next support. If you do get that breakdown, then yes, unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised to see some more downside. But that support level and the next resistance is going to be at close to $102, kind of aligned with this higher high, all the way up there. Let's take a look at Lucid, LCID. So yeah, I can take a look at SAVA as well. So Lucid's starting to break down below $20 a share, so it's down under 4%. It's not a surprise, we were trading in this range bound pattern, and again, I've mentioned this before, the market cap 32 billion, 33 billion, unfortunately is a little bit rich for me. This company has a great story, don't get me wrong, it's one of the electric vehicle manufacturers in the US, but it's got this story, right? When we look at the other part, when we look at the other piece, which is the numbers, which is the quantitative stuff, that isn't quite there yet. That is going to start, they're going to start deliveries this year, but right now, the qualitative factors are the only thing that's there for the company. The numbers, the quantitative piece is not quite there. So the valuation at 32 billion, to me, was always rich for this company. So unfortunately, right now we're getting a bit of a breakdown below $20.79. So that next support level to watch is going to be all the way down at close to 1750 levels. So this right here is going to be that next support level to watch. Previous support, we've kind of validated that level a couple of times. So that right there would be the next level to watch. And the volume's really low too, right? So volume needs to pick up as well. So Amazon at 50 EMA 55. So Amazon, I think I have the 50 EMA. So it's not, I don't think it's 55. So again, previous resistance here, just getting tested at 33.87. So that's the high for the day. But yeah, decent move to the upside. So yeah, Pinterest we already went over. I believe $54 is going to be support for Pinterest. Rivian, let's take a look. Yeah, so I don't. Is Rivian even public right now, or are they still trading under a SPAC? I'm not sure. So if anybody has a ticker, we can go over that. So APPS, let's take a quick look at Digital Turbine. So still getting rejected at this 52.50, right? We've just been back and forth here. A lot of consolidation, still in this downtrending pattern, down about 2%. A lot of the small cap, mid cap companies just getting a bit of a beating here. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000. IWM. Down about 12 basis points, right? And for the most part, you can just tell how much consolidation we've seen. This is coming in from like January of 2021. So Russell 2000, for some reason it says that we're up over, okay, so it's calculating it from all the way down here, like just the last day of December 30th of 2020. So from this level, it's calculating that we're up a little bit over 16%. But overall, it's just been a consolidation pattern, right? It's just been trading sideways so much that just goes to show that the smaller cap, mid cap companies have just consolidated, and some of them have even sold off quite significantly, right? As opposed to the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq, which have continued to push higher. So take a look at the Nasdaq here. It's 15,210. Absolutely incredible move. Tesla pulling back slightly. It's flat on the day. AMD also at 112, still up over 1% though. Ranjit, thank you so much for joining in. Welcome on board. We got Palantir still pretty much staying up, so that's good. Apple breaking out. Yep, Apple breaking out as well. So Rivian coming out around fourth quarter from what I read. Okay, so that's good. Apple at 151, 1.76%. That's a strong move to the upside here for Apple. You're just seeing, you can just feel a lot of money kind of flowing into some of the big cap, large cap tech stocks. So, you know, out of all the big tech, pretty much all the companies are in the green, right? I don't think there's any big tech company that's down. Apple, yes. We got Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Let's take a look at Facebook. Facebook is also green, 1.82%, and Netflix. I think Netflix might be the one that's red. All right, pretty much flat so far, 40 basis points. So yes, banks are down, and we covered banks are down right now. Amazon looks like it's just under 3,400 right now, starting to break out even further above that 50 EMA, so that's good. We're seeing that move for the upside. Next level to watch is going to be at closer to 35.85 if we get that continuation, some more follow through on Amazon as well. So that right there is a very, very important level to watch for the company. So yeah, I mean, we're just seeing an opposite direction trade here between the Dow and the Nasdaq. Let's just open up our select sector indices charts, and we'll go over and see what sectors are performing well versus which ones aren't. So this right here is the select sector index chart that we've created that goes over all the 10, 12 sectors in the markets, including Bitcoin. So let's just go over to 1 day. And you'll notice that energy prices down the most. Well, Bitcoin is starting to recover a little bit. Bitcoin still down over 2.3%. Then we got energy, strong move to the downside, right? Both energy and financials. So those two sectors that you see on the down. And take a look at this correlation, right? If you take a look at the 10-year yields, which is the US 10Y, look what happened here. As soon as it started pulling back from this level, so I hope you guys can see that. I can't zoom in right now because that would really screw up the entire sort of scaling for this. Wow, energy prices really on the downtrend here. Like that blue line is just continuing to sell off here. All right, so now you guys can see it. So you'll notice how the 10-year yield started falling, and so did the financial stocks, right? So did the XLF basically started pulling back. And then we got energy also pulling back here. And then of course XLK, which is the technology sector, pushing higher, doing really well, along with healthcare. Healthcare and technology basically pushing the Nasdaq to yet another record levels. And the Dow is just absolutely getting crushed right now, relatively speaking. Again, on a single day, just by the Dow, 21 basis points is not a big deal, but relatively speaking to the Nasdaq, down quite a bit. Let's take a look at some of the Dow holdings here. I just want to see which stocks are bringing down the Dow. So American Express, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, we got Boeing, ExxonMobil. But the biggest ones are American Express, JP Morgan, Boeing, and Goldman Sachs. Let's take a look. So yeah, I mean, I could see that for the Dow as well, kind of like a rising wedge pattern for this. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised for us to see some more selling pressure here for the Dow. But support level, I think, for the Dow Jones is going to be roughly around 35,100 levels. So overall, I mean, it's just big tech and technology has just been rallying. Nasdaq at 15,227. It's a strong move to the upside here. All right, so Fiverr 183. Let's take a quick look. Wow, so 183.25, so we're up over 2.8%. Strong move here so far. AMC's up over 6% again, so that's good. 43.36. Again, Palantir's up. Baba's taking a hit again. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, slightly down. Not a big deal. Not a big deal here. Enphase Energy is also up over 2%, 178. Kind of validating that 174 level. 193 is going to be that next resistance to watch. What do you think about LMT? I really like Lockheed Martin. I was just talking about this stock earlier. Not on the stream, but earlier in our Discord with someone. But Lockheed Martin, I really like it. Dividend yield is decent, 2.87%. I'm actually at this stock just as a value / dividend stock. Considering how much it's down, I think it's down a little bit over 10%, 9% here. And from its all-time highs, of course, we remain down from February highs. We're down over 18%. So, you know, we're just consolidating sideways. There's just been so much consolidation for the stock. Resistance at close to $400. And then support is going to be at close to this 337 level right here. But we're just consolidating sideways. So, Aaron, what's going on? Thank you so much. Sakati, what's your thought on money coming back to the EV sector September, October? Thanks, buddy. Everyone, don't forget to give it a like. So thank you so much, Aaron, for joining in. That's a great question. I think it really comes down to the FOMC meeting, some of the macroeconomic events that are coming out, right? So on Friday month, meaning that they, so I already think that it's September. We're still in August, right? September when we have the FOMC. What I'm really curious to know is how they react, right? Highs and higher lows. Because if the yields start pushing higher, when they start tapering, that's gonna put pressure on growth stocks, which include the EV sector, which include companies like NIO, Tesla, Workhorse, and Li Auto, and expecting some of those companies that are in the super high growth. What really happens is when the 10-year yield goes up, interest rates are low, their future cash flows are worth more. So I'm really curious to see how the yields perform when they start tapering. We already know what's going to happen when they start raising rates, right? That's not going to be great for some of the hyper growth stocks, but with tapering, if the yields don't react, which a lot of people think that they're not going to react, then yes, we could see money kind of flowing back into some of the growth stocks as well. But if they start pushing higher, if you go back up to 1.42, 1.5, 1.6, creep up back up to 1.7, then yes, that screams trouble for a lot of tech and growth stocks. So I think that the yields is going to be a good indicator moving forward as to how the markets will do and which sectors will perform well. And when we talk about different sectors, I think this right here is going to be a good representation. We can go back 3 months, 6 months. Wow, the network's still really poor here. Is it better now? Am I back on? Or is it still bad? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's... Is it better? Can you guys hear me, see me? Just works now? Okay. Huge lag, but we are back. Yeah, that was weird. I don't even know what happened. I thought I had you guys, I was talking, and then all of a sudden it went away. Okay. All right. I don't even know where I basically went off. So yeah, so I just refreshed my screen, so it should be good now. But overall, what I was saying is that to keep a close eye on the 10-year yields, because that right there is going to be a huge indicator on where the money flows next. Because once we start tapering, hopefully not. Well, don't say that. So yeah, the whole question really is where are we going to see the 10-year yields move, right? Once they start tapering and eventually. And one of the things that I was talking about earlier is that even if we see that taper happen, interest rate hike is a long ways away, right? It's good that Jerome Powell will make that differentiation between tapering and interest rate liftoff. That was the most important piece for the markets. That's exactly why we're seeing the rally that we're seeing. And the reason why that's such a big deal is because if you go back from the Great Recession, 07, 08, we dropped interest rates down to 0.025%, right? That's where they are now. That's where we dropped them because of the recession that we were in. Does anybody want to guess? And I don't know if I'm still lagging, but does anybody want to guess when did we start raising rates again? We were in the recession, the Great Recession back in 2007, 2008. When did we start raising rates again? How many years later did we start raising rates? So if anybody wants to guess, feel free. Or if anybody does know about this, then yeah, feel free to share that as well. But yeah, just let me know, when do you think the Fed started raising rates? 2011 isn't it? Not 2011. I was just looking at the chart today. 2013 also not it. So yeah, what? Nope, 2008, 2009 is when they dropped the rates, right? So that wasn't it either. So 2015, Timothy, you're on point. It was 2015. So take a look at this, right? So 2018, 2018 they raised rates, but they had to reverse again. So 2015, I was asking, so my question was that they dropped interest rates, but when did they start increasing that again? And that happened, Timothy, you were right, 2015. So you'll notice that we actually dropped interest rates right here back in 2008, September. We went from 1.992%, the Fed funds rate, all the way down here in December. So within 2 months, October, November, well, within 3 months, we dropped them down to 0.14%. We stayed there from 2009 till 2015. So that was 6 years. 6 years we stayed there until we finally started raising rates here. And this was November of 2015, right? November 2015 when we started raising rates periodically in small increments. I think it was like 25 basis points, 25 basis points, 25 basis points. And of course, and then 2018 comes around. This right here, we had to make some adjustments because the markets got freaked out. And then now we're back down, right? So we're back down. So what my point is, if you see the length of this right here, 5 years, if you tag along 2020, 2019, call it, is when the pandemic really began, another 5 years, that's 2020, 2008 to 2015, that's 7 years, right? 7 years. So we're looking at 2026. 2026 is when we're looking at. That would be a little bit of a stretch. I don't think the monetary policy is going to be that easy, considering how much progress we've already made. Because remember, the Great Recession was much longer. It was much sort of worse in terms of jobs recovery, right? It took us longer to get back. But for this, it's completely different. We're much farther in our recovery than we were back in 07, 08. So I think that with that logic, it's not going to be 6-7 years. I think it's going to be at least 3 to 4 years until we see interest rates kind of curl back up. So indexes we already talked about. We got the Nasdaq and the S&P up because of big tech stocks that are up. So Dow is taking a bit of a hit because of all the Dow 30 stocks. American Express, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, ExxonMobil energy prices are down. Hence the ExxonMobil Chevron is also down. But right now what we're really seeing with the rally is because of the technology names. So I think technology stocks are really pushing higher with the S&P and the Nasdaq here. And of course, a lot of the companies in the small cap, mid cap space are unfortunately getting hit at the moment. But yes, Amazon breaking out over 3,400. I got that alert. So strong move to the upside for Amazon as well. Look at that, 3,403. We're seeing that recovery. But thank you so much for you guys. I'm gonna call it there. Hopefully the stream wasn't as bad and it didn't lag, But thank you so much for joining in. I really do appreciate you guys' support. I'm going to spend some time with our Discord and our Patreon members, send out some alerts and ideas. So thank you so much for joining in. This right here, again, of course, is going to be the Patreon link. September's almost here, so I would rather wait a couple days. You know what? So don't mind, because I don't want you guys to get charged twice. So if you want to join, the link is going to be down in the description below. You can join starting September 1st as well. That'll give you access to our private Discord, real-time updates, alerts, all the ideas, trading view charts, and private live streams as well. So thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate you guys' support. Hope you guys have a great, fantastic day. Ablash, yeah, so if you do check in the first week of September, we may have some spots opened up, so you can take a look at that as well. So thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a green day with the markets hitting a new all-time high. It's always happy investing. I'll see you guys in the next live stream.